AFTV Kenya 2-2. Enjoy the game.
I'm tired, man. Let's go home. Do you know what I mean?
That about sums it up. That about sums up that game tonight. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, was it?
No, it was very boring. Atmosphere was bad. Like, loads of people didn't really turn up as well. And I think it was reflected in the team. Like, as everyone else said, I can't really pick out a standout player. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd probably say maybe Jakob Kiwior. I actually thought he was really solid. That goal that he scored was actually a great goal. It was almost like Gabriel-esque, and I was like, oh, we're off to a great start.
He also made a great clearance.
Yeah,
I mean,
Eddie literally is there about to put in a tap in, and David Raya is just positioning for that. I was like, what the hell is that? If Jakob Kiwior wasn't there to put his leg in, that's a goal. Do you know what I mean? And I thought he was. It's so funny because out of that back four, he's probably the most unexperienced in terms of playing for Arsenal. Yet he looked the most solid. He made Saliba. I was looking at Saliba like, oh my God, man. How many more of these stupid goals are you going to give away? You gave one to Vinicius Jr. That should have been a wake-up call for you. You were under no pressure whatsoever. I know loads of people will blame Raya, blame Odegaard, but I'm like, come on, man.
This got Saliba. There's nobody to blame but him on that.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I heard somebody say earlier that Raya's positioning, he's been doing that all season. He drops into that area. You can't give the ball away in that position.
Exactly, and I just feel like, no disrespect to Palace, but it's Palace. Next week we're playing against PSG. You can't do that. Like, I think that just sums up his season, to be honest. All season, I think we can all agree this is probably his worst Arsenal season.
Who?
Saliba. Compared to 2023, compared to last season, he's been top levels. I couldn't even think of any games where he's been poor. But this season, red card, switching off in games. I'm looking at you to lead that very young, inexperienced backline now. And I know he's young himself, but you've been playing football a long time.
But could it be a case of, he switched off because he knows he's definitely starting next week, whereas Jakob Kiwior is not certain to start that game. You know, I mean, the manager could look on it and say, yeah, you have a bad game. I'll put Ben White in there or something like that. So, is that the reason why maybe you see like a Saliba switch off, or is it just?
Don't care. Doesn't matter. Does Cristiano Ronaldo switch off? Does Messi switch off? Knowing they're going to play every week? They don't. They turn up. That's the difference between being top level, being world class. You don't switch off, especially in moments when the guy that we're all looking at, unfortunately, we're missing Gabriel, who in my opinion has been our best player this season. And yet, you've switched off. We're now looking at you saying, right, we need you to step up and do what Gabriel, we need you to be the leader. And I've now seen you in the last two games switch off. Now, it didn't really cost us against Real Madrid, but it was disappointing. But it's cost us 3 points tonight. And look, we're not going to win the league, but I look at it like Newcastle are 2 points behind or 3 points behind. Man City are in third place on 61 points. These are all about 4 teams behind us, also have a game in hand. Now you've kind of given a bit of leeway and opened the door now and said, right, well, we're going to be in the top 4, but come on. Like, I also felt like tonight there was no dignity. Like, Liverpool now, I know they're going to win the league, but they don't have to really do anything to win the league. And it's so frustrating. We did the same against Man City in our first title race, where we went to Forest and we lost. It was like, we know we're going to not win the league, but at least show some flipping dignity. Tonight, now Liverpool, they could literally field about 11 kids. All they have to do is draw, and they've won the league. Like, at least go out with some dignity. Show, actually, you know what, we weren't to the levels, but we're still not just going to let you walk over the line. And that game just summed up how we were. We allowed other teams to just walk over the line. As you guys said, Crystal Palace, they've conceded 10 goals in the last 2 games. What the hell? Like, you should be looking at that and being like, yeah, we're going to look how good our Ipswich win was. There was kind of no excuse. Like, it was a snore fest.
But on that, you're still confident that we can, turn over PSG? It'll be a completely different game. Let's be real. How you feel?
I still feel, I don't want to use the word confident, but I still feel like we can beat PSG. I think they're actually probably out of the 4 teams that are left, the 3 other opponents we could have faced, they're probably better suited for us because we want a team that wants to really put it on us and attack us. We've beaten them already. We kind of have their number, and they've gotten better. But I also saw my team against Real Madrid, where the likes of Matisse were saying we got 0.000 chance, and we still did it. So we do have a chance, and I do think we'll beat PSG. But it can't be like that, because otherwise we're getting broke up. Simple.